Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. The United States announced a trade deal with China in Geneva, Switzerland last week. In a statement released by the White House, the U.S. Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent said the talks with China were very productive and the details of the deals will be shared soon. He also thanked the Swiss government for hosting the talks. Moreover, the U.S. Trade Representative Ambassador Jamison Greer said that the United States has a massive 1.2 trillion US dollar trade deficit, and this deal will help towards resolving that national emergency. In Bangladesh, the interim government headed by Muhammad Yunus has banned all the activities of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's Awami League party under the Anti-Terrorism Act until trial of the party and its leaders is completed. The council came up with the decision at its special meeting held at the state guest house Jamuna in Dhaka on Saturday night. The BSS quotes a statement issued by the chief advisor's press wing saying, quote, the council also approved the amendment of the International Crimes Tribunal Act, inserting a provision to punish any political party, its affiliate bodies, or supporters. According to the amendment, the International Crimes Tribunal will be able to punish any political party, its affiliated organizations, or supporters groups, reports BSS. Indian Space Research Organization Chairman Dr. V. Narayanan today said that the NASA ISRO Synthetic Approach Radar satellite is likely to be launched next month. Talking on the sidelines of the fifth convention ceremony at the Central Agricultural University Imphal held in the College of Fisheries at Agartala, he said the radar satellites have two major payloads and have a microwave remote sensing satellite. He said one payload has been made by US and another by India. Further, he said during India's G20 presidency, Prime Minister Modi had announced that India would build a G20 satellite. The satellite's function will be to study the climate related activities. The ISRO chief said 50% payload of the G20 satellites will be from India and the remaining payload will come from other countries. The satellite will be launched using India's very own launch vehicle. After the launch, the data gathered by the satellites will be shared with G20 countries. Talking about India's upcoming mission and launches, he said May 18th, the RASAT, a C band synthetic radar satellite, will be launched by PSLV, and next month, Gaganyatri will be sent to the International Space Station to gain some experience. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has said that Operation Sindoor is not just a military action but a symbol of India's political, social, and strategic will. Virtually inaugurating the BrahMos Aerospace Integration and Testing Facility in Lucknow this week, Mr. Singh said that this operation is also a demonstration of India's strong will against terrorism and the capacity of determining the military power. He said, whenever India takes any action against terrorism, even the land across the border will not be safe for the terrorists and their masters. Mr. Singh said, Indian forces launched Operation Sindoor with an aim of destroying the terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan and never targeted their civilians. But Pakistan not only targeted civilian areas of India but also tried to attack temples, gurudwaras, and churches. He said the inauguration of BrahMos integration and testing facility will help in further strengthening India's defense prowesses. 31 Maoists, including 16 female Maoists, have been killed in an anti Maoist operation that lasted for about 21 days at Karregutta Hills, situated on the Telangana border in the Bijapur district of Chhattisgarh. In a press conference held in Bijapur, Central Reserve Police Force Director General Gyanendra Pratap Singh, Chhattisgarh Director General of Police Arun Dev Gautam, and Bijapur Superintendent of Police Jitendra Kumar Yadav said that a total of 21 encounters took place during this operation, which was conducted from 21st of April to 11th of this month. During this period, a total of 35 weapons, including self loading rifles, semi automatic weapons, and 450 IEDs, were recovered. Apart from this, 214 bunkers and Maoist hideouts were destroyed, and about 12,000 kilograms of ration was also recovered. Of the Maoists killed in this operation, 28 have been identified. A reward of 1 crore 72 lakh rupees has been declared on them. CRPF DG Gyanendra Pratap Singh said that in order to fulfill government's resolve to make the country Naxal free by March 2026, the Central Security Forces, in collaboration with the state police, are continuously conducting anti Maoist operations. The government has approved a semiconductor unit to be set up near Jewar Airport in Uttar Pradesh. Briefing media in New Delhi, Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said that the unit has been set up under the India Semiconductor Mission with the joint venture of HCL and Foxconn. He said the plant is designed for 20,000 wafers per month and design output capacity is 36 million units per month. He added that the new semiconductor unit in Jewar will attract investment of 3,700 crore rupees. The minister said five semiconductor units are already in advanced stage of construction, and with this sixth unit, India moves forward towards its journey of development and of strategic vital semiconductor industry. He said students and entrepreneurs in 270 academic institutions and 70 startups are working on the world class latest design technology for developing new products. India has blocked the X accounts of the Global's Time, Xinhua News Agency, and TRT World in the country. According to the sources, the action has been taken against them for allegedly disseminating false Pakistani propaganda in the country. The Global Times is an English language tabloid operating under the People's Dairy owned by Chinese Communist Party. Xinhua Agency serves as the official site of the news agency of the People's Republic of China, while TRT World is Turkey public broadcaster. Justice Bhushan Ramakrishna Gawai today took the oath as 52nd Chief Justice of India. President Draupadi Murmu administered the oath of office to the Justice Gawai at a special ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Justice B.R. Gawai succeeded Justice Sanjeev Khanna, who demitted office last week. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, several union ministers and judges of the Supreme Court attended the ceremony, among the others. United States President Donald Trump and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman signed a wide ranging strategic economic partnership agreement in Jeddah last week. The deal covers multiple sectors, including huge arms deal worth nearly $142 billion. Agreements also include significant Saudi investment in artificial intelligence, energy production, and healthcare products. President Trump began a 4 day tour in the Middle East, starting with the visit to Saudi Arabia. Trump also reaffirmed his commitment to expanding Abraham Accords, an initiative he launched during the first term to normalize diplomatic relations between Israel and several Arab countries. The US president also announced the lifting of sanctions on Syria that were imposed during the rule of ousted President Bashar al Assad. He described the move as a step towards giving the war torn nation a renewed opportunity for the peace. Maldives has expressed gratitude to India for offering a government treasury bill of $50 million, which has supported the island nation in its first physical reform efforts towards economic stability. Maldivian Foreign Minister Abdullah Khalil posted on X that the timely assistance by India reflects the close bond of friendship between the two countries and will support the government's ongoing efforts to implement physical reforms for economic resilience. The extension of the subscription, done at the request of the Maldivian government, remains interest free. Since March 2019, the Government of India has facilitated the annual subscription and rollover of such treasury bills by the SBI under unique government to government arrangements. This measure is a part of India's emergency financial assistance to Maldives. Maldives is a key maritime neighbor of India, an important partner in neighborhood first policy and a vision Mahasagar, that is, mutual and holistic advancement of security and growth across regions. The Treasury bill subscription, along with India's earlier decision this year to extend a special quota for essential commodity exports to Maldives, underscores New Delhi's enduring commitment to the welfare of the Maldivian people and the strength of the bilateral ties between the two nations. The Indian Army announced and successfully completed Operation Kellar last week, based on specific intelligence of Rashtriya Rifles Unit about the presence of terrorists in the general area of Shokil Kellar in Jammu and Kashmir, Sofia. The army launched a search and destroy operation. The terrorists opened heavy fire and fierce firefighting ensued, which resulted in elimination of the three hardcore terrorists, the army sources said. Russia and Ukraine have agreed to carry out the largest prisoner of war exchange since the onset of the conflict between the two countries. The decision was taken during the peace talk between Russian and Ukrainian delegations at the Dolambans Palace in Turkish city of Istanbul. It marks the first direct peace talks between Russia and Ukraine in more than 3 years. The Ukrainian team was led by Defense Minister Rustem Umerov, while the Russian side was headed by Kremlin aide Vladimir Medinsky. Neither Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky or Russian President Vladimir Putin attended the talks. Speaking at a news conference after the meeting, Ukrainian Defense Minister Umerov said that the two countries have agreed to exchange 1,000 war of prisoners from each side. He emphasized that this agreement was a key outcome of the meeting. Head of the Russian delegation, Medinsky, said Moscow is satisfied with the results of the meeting and the talks will continue. Baloch nationalist leaders have declared independence from Pakistan, citing decades of violence, enforced disappearances, and human rights violations in the region. Social media was flooded with images of Balochistan proposed national flag and map of an independent Balochistan state as Republic of Balochistan, trending widely across the platform. Prominent Baloch activist and writer Mir Ya Baloch said people across Pakistan occupied Balochistan have taken to the streets, voicing their demands for independence with mass protests and declaring that Balochistan is not Pakistan. In a social media post, Mr. Mir urged the international community and the United Nations to recognize the Democratic Republic of Balochistan as sovereign state. Baloch independence movement has deep historical roots tracing back to 1947 when the princely state of Kalat briefly declared independence following the partition of British India. In 1948, it was forcibly annexed by Pakistan, a move that Baloch nationalists have never accepted. Activists, including Mir Yar Baloch, argue that the region's vast natural resources, particularly gas and minerals, have been exploited by Islamabad while the local population remains marginalized. Today, Balochistan remains Pakistan's poorest and the least developed province. An Indian technical team met with the top United Nations counter-terrorism officials in New York for a wide-range discussions for enhancing cooperation in the fight against terrorism following the Pahalgam terrorist attacks carried out by the Resistance Front (TRF). Sources said that the delegation met with the monitoring team of the Security Council panel known as 1267 Commission that sanctions terrorist group and those associated with them. The team is presenting the committee with evidence of TRF carrying out the Pahalgam attack and its other activities. The TRF is an affiliate of the Pakistani based Lashkar-e-Taiba, which has been listed as an international terrorist organization by the United States. The Ministry of Culture has launched a powerful and a binding initiative, Ek Desh Ek Dhadkan, One Nation, One Heartbeat, to honor the brave hearts of the nation. The slogan Ek Desh Ek Dhadkan is being widely adopted across the digital platforms, amplifying the spirit of unity, patriotic fervor, and reverence of the Tiranga. The campaign has already begun to resonate strongly with citizens across India. Over the past 48 hours, all the 43 institutions under the aegis of Ministry of Culture have shown cohesive and enthusiastic participation. The ministry said prominent cultural institutions and heritage sites have been illuminated in the colors of Indian flag. Under the supervision of the Archaeological Survey of India, more than 60 heritage monuments of the country have been lit with tricolor. President Draupadi Murmu today conferred with 58th Jnanapeeth Awards on Sanskrit scholar Jagadguru Rambhadracharya at a function in New Delhi. Jagadguru Rambhadracharya and the renowned Urdu poet lyricist Gulzar have been selected for this prestigious award for year 2023. These eminent personalities have been honored with this award for their outstanding contribution in the field of literature. Speaking on the occasion, President congratulated Jagadguru Rambhadracharya and Gulzar for the Gyanpeeth Award. However, Gulzar could not attend the award ceremony as he was not well. President Murmu said that the literature unites and awakens society. The president said, from the social awakening of the 19th century to the country's freedom struggle in the 20th century, poets and writers have played a great role in connecting people. She said the song Vande Mataram, composed by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, has been awakening the children of Mother India for almost 150 years and will always do so. The way the Indian Armed Forces struck terror launchpads and military targets in Pakistan and Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Operation Sindoor, has attracted global attention. With the killing of over 100 terrorists and neutralizing Pakistan's escalation, the country's new air defense ecosystem, Akash Tir, has become the talk of the town. The fully AI powered autonomous defense system, Akash Tir, successfully did the real time target interception and indulged in drone warfare. Its brilliance lies not in the brute force but in intelligence warfare. Traditional models of air defense rely heavily on ground based radar, human monitoring system, and surface to surface missile batteries triggered by command chains. Akash Tir breaks that mold as its technology allows for monitoring of low level airspace in the battle area and efficient control of ground based air defense weapon systems. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has said that the Prime Minister has redefined India's policy against terrorism, and any attack on India's soil will be considered as an act of war. He termed Operation Sindoor as the biggest action taken by India against terrorism in history and as a testament to the nation's commitment to go to any extent to eliminate the menace. The defense minister said that India's unwavering resolve against terrorism can be gauged from the fact that it has not deterred by Pakistan's nuclear blackmail. The defense minister pointed out that the world has witnessed how irresponsibly Islamabad has issued nuclear threats to India several times. He emphasized that Pakistan's nuclear weapons should be taken under the supervision of International Atomic Energy Agency IAEA. He reiterated Prime Minister Modi's view that the terrorism and talks cannot go together, and if talks are held, it will be only on terrorism and POK.
Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.